Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me this evening. A little sluggish tonight, tired. Just really a little tired tonight, but I wanted to go live. I'd like to thank you for joining me today with Creative Designs by me, JL. Tonight we're making a fall crow wreath. So let me show you my little crow. He is so cute. And he is holding a candy cane. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? I guess she's got a bow in her hair. And RK Reese made this. Kathy Kirkland. And I got this last year from her. And as you well know, she's very well known for her cute little pantaloons. So here we go. We're going to make it, and I just thought she was so cute. I wanted to go ahead and do it. So tonight we're going to do something a little bit different than the norm. What I did, this is how I did, so I could take pictures. I went ahead and I tried it out first to see if I like it. And I think I like it. So let me show you what I did. Okay. I first cut 2 each. I cut this pretty, it's sort of a golden yellow, but it is a thin poly metallic mesh, and so is the candy corn. Now the candy corn I got last year, I believe, at Hobby Lobby. So what I did is I combined the two. And how I did that is I just cut them at 24 inches each one. And it sort of brings out the yellow underneath. And that's what I wanted to do. So, and we're going to do the ruffle method with this. And then I also used a poly jute mesh. And the poly jute mesh, I just really like. I cut it 24 inches, so we're alternating it. Okay, now, what I did do is my ribbon tails right here. I have my ribbon tails, and my ribbon tails are cut at 13 inches, and I went ahead and I have the black candy corn with the orange ribbon. Okie doke, and let's do this in the center. And then what I did is I went ahead and I cut this ribbon. I don't know where I got this ribbon. For some reason, I want to think I got this from Paper Mart. Is that the name of it? Last year. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to add that with the tails like so. I just thought that this was so candy cornish, I had to add the little bow to it. So the one with the bow I cut at 24 inches and just did like a, what do you call that? A shoelace bow. That's all I did. Similar to a shoelace, but I didn't tie it, you know. I just did it in my hand. Okie doke. Just like so. All right, let me let you see this up close. See? And then I'm going to take my poly jute burlap, sort of, and I'm going to go up, and all I'm doing is alternating them. For instance, I have the two meshes here, the candy corn with that bright golden yellow, and I'm following next to it with the poly jute burlap, okay? This is one of my favorites. I really like this color. the khaki or whatever. Okay, and I'm doing the same with the bow. So on this one, I had the candy corn with the orange, and then the little bow I made. And this one has the black and white polka dot with the yellow. So I'm bringing out the black and the yellow, the black and the scarecrow, and the yellow and the candy corn. And I'll also have the orange as well coming out with the bow. And let me grab one of those bows. Okie doke. Just like that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alrighty. And I just think that this is really going to make a cute wreath. So, Friday was I guess was a rough day for me, gang. I did not get good news Friday. So, I've been kind of down, really down. Some of you who know me, when I was 5 years old, I fought a long time trying to keep this eye. I can tell you that. When I was 5 years old, I don't know, I tripped and fell on a knife, okay, and stuck a knife in my eye. Well, the doctors were able to save the eye. I did lose quite a bit of sight in it. Well, 10 years ago, they decided that let's go ahead and put a cornea in. And so I had a cornea transplant. And y'all, I could see pretty well. Now, I couldn't see, I mean, a lot better than if I hadn't had it, because I was blind in that, legally blind in that eye when they did the cornea transplant. And so they did the cornea transplant 10 years ago. And about a month ago, 2 months, it's been a good 2 months, my eye has started hurting, literally the whole eyeball. And I really thought it was more or less an infection that had set in, and the itching and the burning. And so I said, well, maybe it's just a dry eye. And I was putting the lotion in, and I went to the doctor, and they raised put me on steroid. Well, I was on a steroid prior. And the reason I was on a steroid was because I've always been on it because of the transplant. So basically, after a long visit Friday, they told me that from within 2 weeks of my visit, they could tell that what was happening is that the cells behind the transplant were dying, underneath, and that I would have to have another transplant. So that was my news Friday. So I've been put on the list for my eye. And so hopefully everything will work out. I think this is really coming out pretty. Look how nice and full this is. It really does come out nice and full. And I think that the little crow that's going on there is adorable. So we're going to we've got the little stuffed crow. And the stuffed crow, what we're going to do is I have some little candy corns we're going to stick in here. And we'll get that going. So, I'm getting so excited. Hopefully, if everything goes well and everybody's depending upon what's going on with with this terrible thing, COVID, we'll find out. I'm still planning to go with my group with Laurie, and we have a meeting, and it's going to be nice. And there's a group of us meeting, and we got a couple of condos, and we're going to stay in the condos, and we're going to have a good time. It'll just be, we're going to take all the necessary precautions. So, okay. Let's see. Twist this around, make sure the tails are all in the right direction. Let's get this on here. I made a wreath for my doctor, my eye doctor, and I had brought it, not this Friday, but Friday before last. I mean, he is such a good doctor. I go to Baton Rouge, and he specializes in cornea transplants, and I had made a wreath for his wife, and I did receive a nice thank you note from them. And in the note, she says, I was so surprised to see that he came home with something from work. So I guess she just, most people don't think to think of their physicians when they go, or, we've always remembered our physicians in some small way, be it with a wreath or, even at Christmas, and just sometimes just to be. And I also I've done it for my GP, and I've done it for my endocrinologist, and I made a fall wreath for her. And so I made 2 wreaths for 2 doctors for the fall. I'll wait till Christmas to do my GP. I kind of want to ask him what his wife's theme's going to be. I'll send him a note and ask him what his wife is planning on doing for the theme for Christmas this year. Now, do y'all keep your themes the same or each year, or do you try and change up like maybe every other year? I'm curious to know. I guess I'm the old traditional, y'all. I am definitely the old traditional person when it comes to Christmas. Although I like this, I know that this year, my wreath for this year, I already have, because I had it for last year, and I just simply love it. It's the wreath with the ice skate on it, the big white ice skate, and I just love it. It's one of my favorite wreaths. And I'll tell you what other wreath, and I sold it, because if I was going to keep it, but I sold it, and it was the old traditional, real pretty poinsettia wreath. All right, my mother would correct me. My mother says it's poinsettia. So the poinsettia wreath. I'm sure everybody has their way of saying it. But I was thinking about changing it up this year and doing a Christmas magnolia one. Wouldn't that be pretty? Ooh, just think how awesome that would be. Magnolias and poinsettias mixed together. I think that would be gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I think I would love to do that. Oh, by the way, if anybody is on here, and for some reason, if y'all know where I can get a hold of some really pretty pink velvet ribbon. I'm in need of some pink velvet ribbon. Does anybody know where I might be able to find it? I have looked at a few places, and I definitely need some, because I am planning on, I have to do this fundraiser for my little sister, which is August the 22nd, but I think I'm going to change it to the 23rd, y'all. I'm going to post it, and the reason for that, I have my girlfriend has asked me to go somewhere on the 22nd. It'll be by the end of the month, but I need that pink ribbon. So I've been holding off to see if I can find it. Even if it's only, I'm looking for like 5 yards is basically I'm looking for. So if anybody knows where I can get it. Okay, so we have that. Let's go with the orange. We're probably going to have to make some more little bows, but that's okay. I have enough ribbon to make more bows. Alrighty. Let's get that in. So well, I'll let y'all know with the cornea transplant, y'all, it's going to take, believe it or not, the waiting time is actually approximately 3 months for a cornea transplant. So it's going to take a while. So right now, with this eye, sometimes I can see a little out of it, and other times I can't. And y'all, let me tell you something. In my life, the biggest fear I have ever, all my life, is going blind. I can handle not hearing, but to lose my sight, I don't know, that would be mighty tough. That would be a challenge, y'all. That is definitely a challenge. I have to, anyone with any type of disability, I tell you what, you have to give them their kudos. How they manage to do what they do is unreal. If, you know, give them, they have my utmost respect. You do not realize until you lose sight, like for instance driving, you know, it's so, you know, people use that peripheral vision to see when you're turning and that. Now I've had to compensate and turn the whole head, you know, and really check and double check. I really do not like to drive anymore. I used to love to drive, but I don't know. I guess the older you get, life changes, doesn't it? What can I say? Y'all, if I could, the only thing, I will honestly tell you, the only thing I would hate to do, and a lot of times my hubby's good. He'll bring me shopping, but then I get that face. If, you know, you don't need any more, which I know I don't need anymore, but I just want to be happy, and it makes me happy. And I love doing what I do. I love making wreaths, y'all. I just love it to death. To me, it is just so much fun and relaxing. It lifts my spirits, and it really does. It really lifts my spirits. Alrighty. So we are going to go with, this goes here. Let me take a sip. I am thirsty. I am definitely going to have to get some, cut a little bit more ribbon. I have to show you. I love this little guy. I think he is so cute. That's my little crow. And let me just kind of show him to y'all again for those that are new on. This crow is from Kathy Kirkland's RK Wreath. You can maybe message her and to see if she has any. That is from last year. So I'm sure She may have some in stock. It may not be the same material, but y'all, when I tell you, for your attachments, she makes such, Kathy Kirkland makes the nicest attachments. And so does one of my other cubbies. She makes adorable attachments. And that is, oh Lord. Kathy, are you still on here? If you will, type in your website for yours. Santa Marta Designs, is that it? Yes. Or it's either, it might be the other Kathy. It could be something Sew Me. Oh, I forget. Oh, y'all. One good thing is that, guess what? I can call it old age. How's that? Yep, I turned 69, gang, this month. Ooh, boy. 69 years old. No complaints, though. I cannot complain. I'm still here. I'm happy. I have a wonderful family. And I can't ask for anything more, truthfully. If I did, I think that would be greed. Because I've been truly blessed with what I have. All right. We're almost there, gang. I will have to make those little bows. I think I have to make 3 of them. Okay, I love the polka dots. Try to keep track. Right now, y'all, keep track. I need, so far I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those little bows. I don't know how I miscounted. You know what? I think they had an extra tie in here, y'all. That could be a possibility. I think it may have had one. Yep, it did. It had an extra tie. You know, I usually count my ties, and I didn't. But that happens off and on, you know. Y'all, this is a big wreath. It is pretty. Really has turned out nice and full and pretty. Really pleased with it. So let's get a little recap. Okay, I do know I got the burlap mesh from Craft Outlet. Okay, and it's a 10-inch burlap mesh. Now, I used this golden yellow, and that was from Craft Outlet as well. This candy corn right here, you see I have actually 2 of them. I had that golden yellow and the candy corn. Now, the candy corn I did get from Hobby Lobby last year. They had it. I don't know if they have it again this year, but I just love it. So you can check. Okay, so I've got to get the candy corn and the orange and the yellow and this. Let me get it real quick. All right, so these are cut at 12 inches, y'all. Now, this ribbon I did get from Sim's Pottery. The orange 50-yard roll is from Sim's Pottery. And we're going to dovetail these. And I have this too. Well, I'll show you how I made the bow. Let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how I made this. All I did is I took 24 inches, like so. Okay. I cut it. Dovetailed it. Okay, and all I did was come around here like so, pinched, come around, okay, just like that. And I made my bow. And we'll go ahead and we'll stick it in there. Alrighty, got it on here. Do the twist tie, if I can find it. Gotta make another one of these. I know, so let's go ahead and make that. I'm gonna need at least 3 of these. This is really a pretty bright wreath. Okay. And this should do it. And then we put our little scarecrow on and our bow. Now I did pre-make the bow ahead of time. Really came out really cute. Now, if you prefer to maybe not have a bow, since it has all these mini bows, you could use the bow for your mailbox. If you choose to purchase it from me, and you could put it on your mailbox, or you could put it on your staircase if you have a staircase in your entranceway. And I do have enough ribbon in the event that you do need another bow made. I can make another bow. So there's a lot of options with this wreath, okay? And you really don't need to cut these because the pipe cleaners, we're going to bend them down so that they are not sticking up. And let me turn my glue gun on because we are going to put some candy corns in after we put our cute little crow. All right, there she is. Isn't she adorable? I'm sure you get that pipe cleaner through the rim of the wreath and not just through the mesh. All righty, just like so. Let's get her little fanny attached. This Chanel stem or pipe cleaner, and let's move it all the way through. Make sure it's through one of the rungs. You want to make sure that you do have it secured to the actual metal part of the wreath. Sometimes it's hard to get all this through. I got a lot of mesh in here, gang. Get this all together. Now, let me show you what I've got that we can. Now, I do have the bow. There you go. We've got a nice big bow. Work it through the mesh. This is really a nice wreath. All right. Now, let me show you what I do have. I do have some candy corns that we're going to put on here, and I just love them. Just like this, see? With some candy corns. Now, I did get these. I believe they are from Michael's. And all we're going to do is we're going to stick it and attach it right there to the pipe cleaner that's on there. All right. We're going to go around. We're going to put the candy corns on here. And also, by putting these little candy corns on here, y'all, it also helps separate the bow a little bit. It kind of keeps the little, the little things of the bow separated. So I guess you could always say that this is a sweet wreath. How's that? Huh. Oh, what a corny joke. All right. Let me put these on real quick, and we'll finish them up. This will be available on my Etsy shop. I'll give you the number off of this. I don't know if you can order it online or if you have to go into the store and get it. But they're just the candy corns. They're really cute. You never know when you're going to find some guy that's really tall or some lady that's really tall. And you want to make sure you've got everything all your accents right. Okay, I think this is the last one. I'll put one right in the middle of the bow. Here you go, right here. Isn't she adorable? Look at that wreath, y'all. And everything's on here good. Really turned out to be a pretty wreath. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and stick it up here for now. All righty. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me this evening, but this will be available on my Etsy shop tomorrow. I'm going to get that done and cut the ribbons. And it says, hanging with my Nomies, okay. You will get a wreath frame with the ties. You will get a roll of red mesh, a roll of gray mesh. You will also get the ribbons to match, which will give you enough to make a bow. You will get wire to attach your sign or pipe cleaners, whichever. And you will also get zip ties. It will be listed tomorrow in my Etsy. Well, Wednesday I'll list it because it'll be on YouTube. And I'm going to make this on YouTube Wednesday night so that you can see it. Now, I do have my fall gnome kit listed, and I just listed it. And if you would, please check out my site, Creative Designs by JL. If you will, please spread the love. I would very much appreciate it. And you have a very nice day. God bless and take care. And see you later. Bye-bye.